Aloha guys, this is your girl Faye with the Faye and Cedar Show, Mommy Corner Monday. Sorry I missed you guys last week. I actually was training. I have a new place of employment, so I was too busy doing that, and I just really didn't have time to record or really do much of anything. Sorry. Anywho, so today I actually want to talk about some. I was so the other. My daughter lost her tooth about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? I've been sitting it in a little Ziploc bag. And I was like, I need to go ahead and update her baby book. I have this stuff in there. Yes, I still do the old-fashioned baby book. Yes, I'm that person that takes her pictures off her camera phone and her whatever technology device that I'm using. And I do still print out photos. I still do that. If you come in my house, I still have my photos in actual photo frames and stuff like that. I am still that person. I still do family photo albums and all that stuff. So anywho, so I was updating her baby book and putting all this stuff in, and I was looking through it and putting it in some of the photo albums and just pretty much organizing. And I was like, wow, all this stuff that I have of her. And, it dawned on me that, I was like, wow, I really took a lot of photos. And of course, you're a mom. Of course, you're going to take a lot of photos. What you're talking about. And I feel like at the time, because some of the photos are like pretty much the same, but just in probably a different place or a different angle. And I really was thinking about it, like one of the many, many reasons why I think I took so many photos, because at the time, my daughter's early years of life, my husband was constantly deployed. He was constantly deployed. He missed her entire first year of her life. And so it was so important at the time to just keep taking photos, just keep taking photos of every little moment and not lose that sight. But at the time, but now I started realizing, I'm like, I remember them, but some of them I don't. And I mean, I do. And it's like, what I mean is like, okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to that. Basically, I want to talk about living in the moment with our children. And I say this because, and I'm not talking about, scrolling through your phone while they're playing on the playground and all this other stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we have to get a picture or a caption of every little thing that I don't think we're not actually there because we're too busy trying to get a photo all the time. And it's like we're not even there. We're not in the moment. We're not even enjoying our children because we're trying to take these photos. And I know my husband always constantly joke about, he goes, sometimes, because usually if I'm on the phone, I'm not even actually on a Facebook or any other social media. Most of the time I'm reading an article, and what happens is I get sucked into it, because then I read another article and I swipe and I read another article and I read another article, do a lot of reading. And he'll be like, hey babe, real life all around you, because he'll see me get sucked into like an article, and I try to avoid the comment section. Self-care, please don't do that. I know we all say don't do that, but we end up wanting to do that. But anywho, so real life all around you, and you don't realize that you get sucked into it. And even with your kids, because you get so busy just trying to get pictures, you gotta take pictures, send me pictures, and sometimes you're even doing it for everybody else, and you're not actually there. I know that even the other day on Saturday, my daughter was practicing her handstand, and we were both doing it. And I was like, oh, well, let me run in the house and get my phone so I can take a picture. And she actually did it to where she held it longer. And then my mother-in-law was like, oh, Tisha, she did a really good job. She got the headstand, and she stood there for like 3 or 4 more seconds, and I missed it. And of course she didn't do it again, because that's just usually what happens. And I realized I was so busy trying to get my phone, trying to take that photo, that I completely missed a moment. And so, I have, a staycation coming up, and I have a vacation coming up. And I told myself, of course you have your phone, but I told myself one thing I'm going to do on both of those things. And not say I'm not going to take pictures, but that really isn't going to be my priority. It's not. I have, especially because this trip that we're taking in May, a big family trip, this is probably going to be one of our last big family trips for a while, because me and my husband have to, start making some decisions as far as both of our careers and where we want to head into the future. We need to start getting focused on that. Is it too too dark? I feel like the camera is too dark. Let me see if I'm gonna open up so you guys really see me. I don't know if that's maybe better. It might be better. But the important is y'all can hear me. So not seeing me, this is irrelevant. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I want to focus on. I know for me, you know, I take allergy shots a lot, and here every 3 weeks I'm at the doctor's office. What I found myself doing at the doctor's office is I read a lot on my Kindle, and it's usually at night. So I started bringing my Kindle with me, and yeah, my phone is with me, but I make sure I have the ringer off and all that stuff. And if I'm waiting for at least 10, usually I'm waiting for about 10 minutes, I read my Kindle instead of getting and, you know, making myself angry about an article or social media or something like that. On my Kindle, I have no social media apps on there anyway. It literally is all books and my digital grocery list I keep up there, but that's pretty much it. Most of my social media stuff is usually on my phone, and I take breaks where I take the apps off. So I won't find myself doing it just, you know, sitting there. But anyway, I'm going off the tangent with that, but I kind of want to just touch base with, let's start living in the moment with our children. Let's, you know, because our parents didn't do that. They didn't have, you know, the devices where they're constantly taking photos all the time. And, you know, and sometimes I know in retrospect it's like, man, I wish they should have, because I don't have a picture of this XYZ. I understand that. I don't have a lot of baby pictures in it because it was, you know, our house had burnt down when we were young, and then there was other circumstances throughout my life where I don't have a lot of those photos. So, and that's one of the really main reasons why I think I do also take photos on top of that. But I feel like I promised myself, and there was a couple of things I want to do in 2018, and one of that was to live in the moment with my daughter. Because that's the only daughter I'm really going to have. We were done having kids, and I am so busy just trying to take a picture. I have to capture the moment. I have to capture the moment that I'm not living in it. And there is a difference between living in it and then having a photo of that moment, because more than likely you weren't really there. You were just trying to take the perfect photo, or trying to take the photo to look at later. Why do that when you can enjoy it, chill out, and enjoy it now? So I just want you guys to just kind of like work on that. Just kind of, you know, just sit around and just look at your kids just play. You don't need to run and get your phone. You don't need to run and take a picture. You don't need to run and get your iPad and record a 10-second of whatever. You don't need to do that all the time. And I understand we're going through that. We're mothers, and every now and then it's just a moment. You got, girl, did you get that? Did you record that? But let's enjoy it and just soak it in instead of, you know, running to make sure we have something to capture that moment all the time. Because I really feel like we're getting away from living in it. We're capturing it for later. So let's just, so that's all I wanted to say for this Mommy Corner Monday is enjoy your kids in the moment. Live in the moment with your kids. All right. Aloha.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.